We're on. I started a bit early just because I want to get it all right. Because today, folks, today I'm on my own. My video operative, my camera operative, is sadly waylaid. So I'm manfully going it alone while she's womanfully looking after the children. YouTube just says, now live on your channel, Stilgoe in the Shed, episode 6. Here we are in the shed. Hello everyone, thanks for joining in. It's 1 p.m. It's lockdown, so come in the shed and let's have a half an hour of carefree nonsense. And let's forget, hi Sarah Tate. Hi Joe, she says. We begin, as we always should, just keeping you up to date with the news. Not that there is any news out there. It's a pretty slow news day. Nothing much happened at 8:30 p.m. last night, apart from this very interesting story that the Prince appeals for return of artifact looted from Benin. A British museum could hand back a revered Benin bronze statue taken from an African royal family more than a century ago. I mean, this is huge. Also, just next door to it, cave artists put horses on pedestal. That's the headlines. Hi Johnny, good to be back. Also, forgive me for getting the Sunday Times if that's not your choice of Sunday paper, but this is a lovely little supplement. Sunday Times best places to live, and it's quite thick actually. But really, just over and over, it just says in your house. So that's the best place to live is in your house. That's universal. So welcome all to episode 6. We've got quite a few requests coming up. Thank you again. I'm being overloaded. I'm also trying to find the channels that you're requesting on. We've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, email, WhatsApp. That's that. Do not use this. It burns through your skin, and that is not something that we want to be putting up with in this time of COVID. Anyway, I hope you're all well. It's a pretty awful state of affairs out there, so just put your feet up, get the children to dance in front of the TV, and let's play some music. So here's a request from Simeon Coburn, who's a singer. A very fine singer, and this is a great old song. Peggy Lee used to sing this one, and my great friend Ian Shaw used to do this live a lot as well, and he recorded it on a great album called Soho Stories. Andy Panay, another great musician. Hi, Andy Annette. Andy's a great sax player. Hope all the musicians out there are okay. It's excuse my French, pretty shitty, and I'm only saying that because it rhymes, kids. All the gigs have gone, so this is what we're doing now. Lovely to see you, Edwina. Comes a rainstorm, put your rubbers on your feet. Comes a snowstorm, you get a little heat. Comes a love, nothing can be done. Comes a fire, you know what to do, blow a tire, you can buy another shoe. Comes love, nothing can be done. Don't try hiding, because there isn't any use. You start sliding when your heart turns on the juice. Comes a headache, you can lose it in the day. Comes toothache, see your dentist right away. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes a heat wave, hurry to the shore. Comes a summons, can hide behind the door. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes the measles, you quarantine a room. Comes a mousey, you can chase it with a broom. Comes love, nothing can be done. That's all, brother, if you've ever been in love. That's all, mother, you know what I'm speaking of. Comes a nightmare, can always stay awake. Comes depression, you may get another break. Comes love, nothing can be done. Reminds me of something else. Come on. can hurry to the shore. Comes a summons, you can hide behind the door. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes the measles, you can quarantine the room. Comes a mouse, you can chase it with the broom. Comes love, nothing can be done. That's all, brother, if you've ever been in love. That's all, brother, you know what I'm speaking of. Comes a nightmare, can always tell you wait. Comes depression, you can get another break. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes love, nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. Thank you very much. Hello, Judy, next door. Thank you, Sarah. Well, it is... What day is it? Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. No one really knows. The one thing we can all be positive about, and I hope this is true of where you are, is it's beautiful weather. Oh, Amanda's just asked for feeling good. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. I started this song too high, you know how it feels. Oh, Tuesday Love from Mary Grace. Tuesday Love, Tuesday Love, Tuesday Love. Gotta be the Tuesday Love, Tuesday Love. I think you probably all enjoyed that one very much. I've had this request a couple of times, and this is the next song. I know you all want to hear about what's on TV at this particular time, but let me tell you, over on ITV Loose Women, the specially constructed Loose Women channel, it's rolling 24 hours a day. Loose Women, go and watch it. Just stay with me for a bit longer. Yeah, this one has been requested a couple of times. Susan, I don't know if his surnames, but Susan and Dave. I hope that's Dave, the rapper, who just won a Brit Award. I hope it's you, Dave, because if you're watching, I will feel very honoured and blessed if you're one of the 3 people watching. So this is Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Not a song I do normally, but it is obviously one of the greatest, and Paul Simon's one of the greatest, one of my greatest. Has he visited the shed? Has he? No. Has he, heck? And because I like to change things a little bit without ruining them, I hope, I'm going to do this one as a sort of waltz. Turn off the fire. This is also to anyone who's feeling it's just all too much, and I know how you feel. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part when darkness comes and pain is all around. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, Stilgoe, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay down like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. I will ease your mind. Thank you very much. Hope that was okay. We've got a couple of emails and tweets and things. Thank you very much, John Herring, and thank you, Dickmuck. I love some of your handles. Some of them are names, and some of them are just letters or numbers. Dickmuck. Thank you. I love you all. Yes, I've got a couple of tweets which I printed out, which is what you should be doing at this time. At this time, Stratum Times, it's best to print out the tweets. Everyone's making, oh yeah, Until You Come Back to Me. That's a lovely one, by Aretha Franklin. That's someone from Sujo days. John Herring used to be our brilliant drummer. We went to the Montreux Jazz Festival when I was a student, 2001 or 2, I think. We went to the Montreux Jazz Festival and we brought the big band I conducted. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Martin. Oh, Martin says, why do deliveries choose the most inconvenient times? You're getting a delivery, Martin. That's a start. I mean, we've got nothing. Anyway, we went to the Montreux Jazz Festival, and because it was quite a prestigious gig, the big band swelled somehow from 16 members to 29. We had a sax section which comprised 13 alto saxes, which was great. One of them fell off into the lake. This is from Anne Hughes, replying to Joe Stilgoe. That's me. Could I please request happy birthday for our next door neighbour, John, who is 80 today. Happy birthday, John. Neighbours serenading him at 6 p.m. from a safe distance, and to anyone else celebrating alone today. That is very important. If you're alone, I hope you're okay. You've got enough things to do. I would come round and visit and say hello, but obviously I'm not allowed to. But a quick happy birthday. Also, while we're on the subject of birthdays, it's Michelle Lambert's birthday. Apparently I always miss it. Michelle is a wonderful supporter, and she comes to lots of my shows. And she always says, yes, she said, I always miss her birthday. I don't mean to, Michelle. I don't mean to. I don't mean to miss it. So it's your birthday, but also my great friend Paddy. Happy birthday. And a shout out from Ben, Lex, Henry, Ivo, Olive, and Teddy. They have 4 children, so think of them. Think of those guys. I don't know the words. Happy birthday to John and Michelle and Paddy and Arthur Donnelly. Oh yes, Arthur Donnelly, it's your birthday today. He is Chris Donnelly's son, and he's requested some Mary Poppins. And also Caroline Coates on Twitter. I'd like a hot chocolate, please. Hold the marshmallows. And also I'd like a spoonful of sugar from Mary Poppins, please. And then because when you print out tweets from Twitter, it doesn't do the emoji. It says smiling face with smiling eyes. Also anything from Gigi. Loving all these sessions. Thanks, Joe. Folded hands. Namaste. I prefer folded hands as an emoji. Just let's lengthen everything. We've all got time. Gigi, I will learn something from Gigi, I promise. Yes, I remember it well. I think that was one. I love that song. Yes, I remember. I love it so much, I don't know it. Okay, something from Mary Poppins. Spoonful of sugar. In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the job and the job's a game, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. Num num, a tub, a spree. It's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Medicine go down. Medicine go down. Or a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. What's the next bit? Robin feathering his nest, a very little time to rest, while gathering his bits of twine and twig. Though his intent in his pursuit, he's got a merry tune to toot. I love for a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Come on, everybody, medicine go down. Medicine go down. In case you're wondering, Piriton doesn't work like this. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Oh, in the most delightful way. Your child won't like you anyway. In the most delightful way. Bingo Bango is my new catchphrase. Bingo Bango, guys. My favourite catchphrase from the 80s, which is when I grew up, was when all good people grew up, was Piff Puff Poof. Piff Puff Poof. Thank you, Poppy D. Thank you, Poppy D. Thank you, Poppy D. Thank you, Poppy D. Thank you, Poppy D, for your YouTube comment. Thank you, Poppy D. Thank you, Poppy D. Thank you, Poppy D, for your YouTube comment. Oh, and all of you, a lot of clapping. What is this? How is that written out? I assume it's hands together, yellow hands together. Where was I? I've no idea, guys. Oh yeah, Piff Paff Poof. Jeffrey Durham, who was a great magician, and his character was called the Great Soprando. Do you remember that? It's applause. Thank you, Perrine. What's that? Oh. I'm really missing my camera operative, Artois. Toby, chapeau, santé. Artois. Artois. Right, I'm going to crack on. I've got a request from Martin Silkstone, who's up in Suffolk, deepest Suffolk. Oh, love to everyone in Suffolk. I tour there a lot, and I love to see people wherever you are. Lowestoft, Bury St Edmunds, some of the little villages. What a beautiful place. So this is for you, if I can. It's the chestnut tree. I think it's. This is a song I wrote, and I never intended it to really be for me to sing. It's one of those. I wrote it for a female voice, but I ended up singing it on a record. It was called Wheel Up to the Stars. And I wrote it about a tree where I grew up that was so majestic and seemed to hold so much wisdom, if that's not a terrible thing to say. And I always used to imagine it was kind of one of those whispering trees, you know, where lovers go carve their names in it. John, it doesn't matter, you can catch up. John's missed the first 20 minutes. You can catch up. Pleasure, Alison. Hope Michelle's having a nice birthday. Hope you're all having a nice day, really. In the midst of it all. By the pond there it stood, such a lovely piece of wood, strong and still, old and wise, filled with sun's quiet sighs. There we'd lie, there we'd sleep, secrets we could never keep, we would whisper to the tree. Hold this safely. When our lips met at first, I believed my head would burst. And then so many sleepless nights, when sleep was never in our sights, when apart we would crave sweet surrender in its cave, humble as on bended knee, the chestnut tree. 1,000 birds filled the skies with 1,000 alibis, just to watch, just to be, just to share the company. How it was would always be, from as far as eyes could see. It was just for you and me, the chestnut tree. Oh, have you ever to know that it wasn't to be, not as strong as the tree? Why must it always be so that tree grows, love grows, tree cries, love does. Silent days, swimming in the dappled haze, clouds of pain fill the soul with the memories they stole. Though it knows a lover's gone, the sad old tree will carry on, remembering a muttered phrase. Hold this safely. 1,000 birds fill the skies with 1,000 alibis, just to watch, just to be, just to share the company. Now they sing a sad lament, wondering where the lovers went. It was just for you and me, the chestnut tree, the chestnut tree. I have an email here from a lovely man called Phil Hewitt, who I just had an interview with this morning for for local press. Thank you. Lots of messages. I can't read them all. Yes, still of the night. Yes, they keep disappearing. They come and they go. Thank you, everyone. Phil is a wonderful local journalist. He mainly writes for the Chichester Observer and all the Observer newspapers in Sussex, but also writes for the Argus down here in Brighton. And he's brilliant. He covers the arts, and he's a wonderful guy. And we've spoken a lot since I've been here. But I'd just like to read this out, if that's okay. Could you possibly do a dedication for my dad, Graham, who died on Sunday, aged 81? He gave so much to the community of Gosport, borough councillor at the age of 21, the borough's youngest ever mayor at 35, spearheaded Gosport's twinning for 50 years. And Phil, I looked this up, Royal, in France, lovely. I looked up the twinning. It's one of twinning for 50 years, awarded with my mum Juliet the British Empire Medal in 2019. That's a big one. They set up Gosport and Fareham branch of the Multiple Sclerosis Society, raised hundreds of thousands of pounds over 40 years, helped thousands of people live better, happier lives with MS. Proud grandfather to Adam, Laura, Chris, Tom and Izzy, and dad to Johnny and Phil. An outstanding dad and grandfather. He sounds absolutely incredible, and I know from having someone in my family who suffers with MS, what a thing that is to deal with. For me, the story that sums him up is when I was 11, he bought me a lovely camera to go on a family holiday with. It was brilliant, my favourite possession. Stupidly, I lost it on day 3. I do that always as well. Stupidly, I lost it on day 3. I was appalled with myself and very, very upset. Dad didn't say a thing. He just bought me exactly the same camera the very next day. Oof. Totally typical. So something very English, if you possibly could. I hope that last one, Phil, that fitted the bill. That was written about the great chestnut tree, the best of all the trees. He was a committed European, but he loved the Englishness of English music. And I know what you mean by that, for Europe, but for the loveliness of all that is English, I think, is a good way of putting it. Actually, he loved the People's Flag, the anthem of the Labour Party. Because of him, I thought for years Land of Hope and Glory really was called Land of Soap and Tory. But it was a piece he loved. Anyway, that's for you, Phil. Sending lots of love to you and all journalists out there, anyone who works in the press, particularly local press and local media. It'll all be fine. It'll all get better. I know it will. Look, we've come to the end. I'm sad to say. I could go on for ages and ages, but I really love seeing you all, even though I can't see you, sort of seeing your messages and that stuff. I'll leave you with this little email from Catherine Farman. She says, never quote your own praise, I'm going to do it. Can I just say, Jacqueline, I will do In the Still of the Night tomorrow, okay? I'll do it tomorrow. Can I just say how much I'm enjoying Stilgoe in the Shed? You can, but I can't say it. Such light relief and a bit of escapism. Yes, for me as well, even though I'm trapped here forever. I'm a practice manager in a doctor's surgery in St Albans, and so I'm rather busy working all hours alongside my team. Huge, amazing well done to you, Catherine. Trying to juggle staff working patterns as well as patients into the right slots and options that are safe for all. Yes, things are changing all the time and it's quite a challenge, I'm sure. And we're sending love and strength to anyone, again, working in healthcare for the NHS, anyone else on the front line. That still includes teachers, that still includes people working in offices, keeping stuff going. I don't even know how power is still working, but there we go. My musical request, if there's time, any chance of a bit of nostalgia for the old days, and in remembering Peter Skellen, with Love is the Sweetest Thing, please. Of course. I will do that for you, Catherine. And lots of you will know Peter meant so much to me. He worked with my dad. They toured together. It would be odd to say he was like another dad to me because I already had a perfectly good one. But he was a mentor to me, Peter. He was a great man, wonderful songwriter, wonderful singer, an amazing pianist. Everything I loved about music, he embodied really. And I could go on. In fact, I've got a little somewhere. I wrote a tribute for a Radio 2 program when he died. So I'll read that out if I can find it in my shed of doom. Anyway, a Oh gosh, Martin, any chance of a 4-hour show next Wednesday to see me through my chemotherapy session? Okay, next Wednesday. Martin, is that tomorrow or next Wednesday? Just let me know. Because tomorrow I was planning on doing a 15-minute show called Wild Wednesdays, and it's going to be completely improvised. So I'm going to start and you're going to tell me what to play. Wiki Wiki Wild Wild Wednesdays. That's going to be a thing. But Martin, I will do a long show for you next Wednesday to help you through a chemo session. Really thinking of you at this time. Here's a bit of Peter Skellern. This is a song he actually covered, and actually in a local link. This is written by Ray Noble, who lived in Brighton or Hove. I think actually in Hove, actually. So, yeah, Ray Noble, dedicated to him, but also to the wonderful Peter Skellern. Just check I haven't left anyone off. I'll dedicate this to Nicola Gatt. Got in touch and said, could you say hello to Isabel and Scott? So this is for you. Checking I'm in the right key. Love is yes to everything, as love's old story. Love is the strangest thing, no song of birds upon the wing shall in our hearts more sweetly sing than love's old story. Whatever heart may desire, whatever fate may send, this is the tale that never will die. This is the song without end. Oh, love is the greatest thing, the oldest, yet the latest thing. I only hope that fate may bring love's story to you. Whatever hearts may desire, whatever fate may send, this is the tale that never will tire. This is the song without end. Oh, love is the greatest thing, the oldest, yet the latest thing. I only hope that fate may bring love's story to you. Thank you again, everyone. That was episode 6 of Stilgoe in the Shed. Thank you so much for listening, for watching. We are eventually going to try and get this on Instagram and Facebook, and also as a podcast. I didn't expect to be doing it this far, to be honest, but it's wonderful that you keep coming. Do spread it around to your friends in, use better terminology than that. Anyway, thank you to my absent camera operative. She'll be back tomorrow, I think. Until then, pip pip.